So 1's my pivot, so now I'm going to get rid of the 5, the 9, and the 23. Oh, what? This is joy. So row 1 plus negative 5 times row 2. Row 3 plus negative 9 times row 2. And row 4 plus 23 times row 4. Did I do that right? Ooh, this is going to be fun. All right. So negative 5 times row 2. Let's do that. So that's 0, negative 5. That'll be positive 5, positive 15, negative 10. So that gives me 1, 0, 7, 21, negative 13. This row stays the same. Okay, negative 9 times row 2. Let's do that really quick. So negative 9 times 1 is negative, got to do that times there. Okay, so 0.
I think that's supposed to be a negative 9.
It is.
In your matrix.
It is, right
and
there.
So that should be a positive 9 that you're multiplying by.
Thank you.
Right?
Yes. Yep. See,
This is the problem with these big matrices. It's
they're
not so
horrible.
much that it's like this elementary, hence the word elementary.
It is. It's easy, but it's hard all at the same
It's
time.
annoying.
Because it's confusing, and it's just one little mistake, right? Okay, so that'll help. So now I can do this in my head better. So 0, positive 9, and then negative 9 plus 5 is going to be negative 14. Negative 27 plus negative 10, negative 37. You guys got to make sure on this one because 18 plus 0 is 18. 0, 0. Okay, 23, negative 23 plus negative 11 is negative 33. Wait, did I do that right? 23? No. 34? I think it's negative 34. You guys are supposed to help me fix it, if not. Oh, this one needs a calculator. Negative 3 times 23. 9. 69. And then I'm adding a negative 31 to it. Negative 100?
Oh, there you go, I guess, huh?
Oh, this is just so fun. Okay, and then 23, 46, oh my word, 46 plus 18, 64. I'm not sure this was better.
Well, now you can reduce
They're not
those.
divided by 11 or anything like that.
That's true. Okay, except I still need a 1. Do you have a tricky way to make that 1? You're still gonna have fractions.
Yeah.
Have I done enough of this one, or you want me to keep going?
You can actually, you could do, that's probably an easier way, but if you did 5 times row 1 and add it to row 4, because 5 times row 1 you get a 35
Yes.
and a 34, and then you get a 1 in front, and you can swap that with
Let's do
row
it.
3.
So 5 times, row
It should do
4.
separates. So it's like it's like you're doing more
Yeah. There.
just to avoid the fraction.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I think it's less though when you're avoiding fractions.
I
Yeah.
kind of agree. Yeah.
I'm good with big numbers. It's when you're
So you know
5
I
over
don't-
11, it's like, that's a weird
I
fraction.
It's a
don't
weird
like
fraction.
this because if you do this method in 2.4, it will not work. So it's nice that it will work on this one, but don't, you know what I mean? I almost think it's a bad example by doing this. All right, so 5 times 1,
No, because that gives you.
yeah, now this gets
Does
rid
that
of
leave you,
this.
oh, because there's a 0. Oh.
Yeah, that does not work. No, you're still gonna get 1/14. You still have to make that a 1.
I guess you just get a fraction at the end.
You
then.
get a fraction. So let me show you what I did. Is that okay? So this is why I will be honest. I would not do it any other way. I would keep doing it this way. I would just suck it up and do -1/11, and you get a 1, and then you can get rid of the 5, the 9, and the 23, and you get this. And yeah, it all is 1/11, but actually it's not so bad because right here I'm going to multiply both by 11. And as soon as I multiply by 11, look at that. Now I've got my 1, I got positive 17.
So that's the point you're the same, because if you doubled that, you get 34, 100,
Yeah.
negative 64. So
Yeah. So it does work.
yeah.
And then I can get rid of all those and make those zeros. I mean, it's not pretty, but I can do it. And I end up here. And then here's the cool thing is I'm just going to make that a 1. But right here, I actually know right now that, well,
You can factor it,
you
right?
can,
It's
yeah,
half-
you can
yeah.
actually just do that. But that's okay. I multiply by 1/781. And look at that. It actually turned out nice. And so now I'm here, what do I have to do? Make all those zeros. Everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
It's not pretty. It's very ugly. I did not grade this one for a reason. It's too easy to make a mistake. The nice thing is that was my last step, because look at that. Now I've got it row reduced. And you gotta remember, now the order of the variables matters. X, Y, Z, and then the W. And the reason that it doesn't start with W is because normally we don't use W, we normally use X. And the problem is because we usually use X, and when it's 4 variables, well, what do we do now? Well, they went to W. So
X
there's a
is-
reason why.
X is the first variable in algebra.
It's the one most common.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, I could easily have made this A, B, C, D.
yeah.
I just think that there's some interesting mathematicians in history that really like to have some fun with us.
At least they didn't come up with their own new alphabet just for algebra.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like an X with an umlaut on top.
Oh, that is Tuesday. I keep thinking it's Thursday.
Have a good weekend.
Oh, yeah. I'll see you next week. Oh, that was painful. Did that help anybody? You kind of at least saw the order of how I would attack it. I almost don't want you guys to be tricky on this one because I think it sets you up for failure in the future. Does that make sense? So,
I went through like 6 sheets of paper on that thing.
I know.
Me too.
Maybe I need to rethink about that one. But,
Well, it's
but
kind
you
of-
learn a lot from it.
I
don't you
learned a
think?
lot too, because sticking with the pivot point
Yeah.
and just a method of, like I mean, I did a couple, like I would do like 5 times row 1 plus 10 times row 2.
Yeah.
And use that to get to where I wanted to go, and just made bigger numbers. But it was, my method was to write every little like addition down, so I kept track of where I was
Right.
at.
Right.
So it was a lot of work, but that gave me a way to attack it.
Yeah, maybe it is worth it. Jacob, I'm so sorry you missed the beginning because this is kind of a confusing section. Okay, oh sweet.
Did I turn in?
I thought